So, I can't remember what day we're on. Day 4, I think it is, of our trip to Norway. Geoff is faffing with his luggage, as usual. And the sad day, because yesterday Brian had an issue with his bike. He stayed there yesterday night where the place where they're trying to fix it, and this morning rang us to say it's too big a problem. It requires too much pulling the bike apart and faffing around to fix it, so it's pretty terminal. So his bike's getting recovered back to his home. He's getting flown back to Stansted, I think. And that's unfortunately the end of the trip for Brian, so very sad. He's only on the trip for 3 days, I think it was. 1 night on the ferry and 2 nights in the hotel. Didn't even make it to Copenhagen. Yeah, we're a bit down in the dumps today. But we've got to crack on. We're going to Gothenburg today. We've just got another cool bridge to cross over. Hopefully it's not as scary as the one from yesterday. And yeah, we've just got to pick ourselves up and crack on with it. So, here's this bridge on the map. It's actually part tunnel, part bridge. So we go under a tunnel and pop out in the middle of the sea. And yeah, that should be quite interesting. So, record some stuff going through there. So yes, sad day. Sorry Brian, we're missing you already. Okay, so this is us just coming out of Copenhagen. There's no Brian, obviously, and I think we've got this other huge tunnel bridge to go under in a minute. Quite soon after we leave, it takes us across to Sweden, I think it is. Not sure if there's going to be like a border there. Yeah, at the moment we're just trying to get out of this place. Oh yes, we went to see the mermaid this morning. Everyone says that's disappointing, but I thought it was pretty cool. Oh god, I'm so hot. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. We didn't get to see that yesterday. Okay, so we just, thank God we got out of Copenhagen. We're coming down to the motorway. Oh, this is cool. And I think we're coming up to this crazy bridge, tunnel bridge thing in a minute. So yeah, see what that's like. You have to pay a very expensive toll for this. 25 euros or 28 euros. Not too windy today, weather's better than yesterday, so it's a bit better about riding over a huge bridge. Oh, there's a plane coming in. Pretty low. It's going to be spectacular. Not quite sure where to look. The sat-nav, the road, the plane. It's all going off here. Okay, this is it. We're going down to the tunnel. 90k speed limit. Oh, this is weird. It's like a tunnel, but it's not dark. Okay, now it's dark. Oh, wish I was on my other bike now. I'd be revving the nuts off it. Not much point doing that on the GS. This reminds me of when we were in Prague, in the underground tunnels. And we came out to a wall of water. The worst rain I've ever seen in my life. Got absolutely mullered and almost killed by the crazy drivers who don't seem to slow down at all. I just got to get used. Oh, I see some light there. I just got to get used to only having one bike behind or in front, not two. It's very sad. Okay, so I think we're coming out in a minute, in the middle of the sea. Oh, it's bright. Ah, oh, it hurts your eyes. So this bit of land here is just like a funny little island in the middle of the sea. It's just that. Oh God, we've got another huge bridge coming up. And that's Sweden over there. Another new country that I haven't been to on a bike yet, or at all. No, we're in Sweden. This one's not as bad as yesterday's.
You don't think?
No, it's not as high and imposing. More expensive though. Oh, those windmills are so ugly, aren't they?
I like them.
Why? Just like a blot on the landscape. There's a lot of nice scenery down there, especially over there with all that rocky coastline. I think this is Malmo, the city in front of us. I think. Must be there. I don't know what that conversion rate is. I hate these things. 285 sec. Whatever that is. Right, so we got off the bridge, then we had to go through, I didn't realise there was a passport station there, so we had to go through all that stuff here and, oh, take your helmet off and all that. So we got through there, and now we're on the Swedish motorway, which is very light in colour, as you can see. I don't know why. It's a bit sort of glary, really. Well, one lane is light and the other lane's dark. I don't know why that is. It's like ebony and ivory. Not much traffic around. I noticed the chevron boards are in the colours of the Swedish flag, which is quite cool. An observatory there. Oh, yeah, we made it to Sweden. But yeah, it's more of the same. Road signs we don't understand. Sweets we don't understand. Money we don't understand. It's great. So we're a bit further on down the motorway. Oh my God, it's so windy here. It's so picturesque and pretty. Look at it. Oh my God. But it is windy as buggery. No wonder they've got so many windmills here. Wow. It's not just windy, it's gusty. I can't imagine it's very good conditions for playing golf. It's a big load. Blown into that. I'm sure we saw that on the motorway yesterday or the day before. There's a ski resort called Bastard. Sounds nice. So we had a little stop for a drink in an energy bar. I rang up Stena Line to cancel Brian's flight on ferry going home, which is quite a sad thing to do. We're still on the windy motorway, getting absolutely mullered. This is where we are. So it's 174 kilometres to Gothenburg. That's where we're going. 116 miles. It's very picturesque. So such a pretty place, green and lush. Yeah, I don't know if it's windy like this all the time, but today it is. Look at those flags up there. I'm sort of having to fight it all the time. Well, we're by the sea again. It's windy. So we're just about to come off the motorway and get away from the wind. Oh, these windmills, God. Geoff?
Hello, mate.
Should we try and get some petrol here, or should we?
Yeah, good idea.
I just want to see how much my bike's using, because I'm sure it's using a lot more than it should be. So we've left the motorway, gassed up. That was a bit of a trauma. You have to pay before you gas up here, not after. It's about 5 minutes before we're out. Oh dear, look at that. It's still very windy, as you can hear. But we've come off the motorway and we're on this sort of road that runs up by the coast, I think. There's a couple of little places we can maybe stop at up here. Yes, it's just a bit of a nice little respite from the nice windmill, from the windy situation on the motorway. So we're just going to be driving up the coast road here, which is pretty cool. Again, it's very green and lush, and just as it looks from the motorway, but it's nice to be pottering around these little roads. It's just how the drivers yet, what they're like, whether they're polite, whether they let you get past. Seems to be alright. Yeah, there's some cool little houses and places down this road. A lot of birds, like creepy birds in great big flocks. Look at that bird trying to fly against the wind. It ain't gonna happen, mate. Go the other way. Oh, look at this, it's taking a turn. Towards the seaside. It's like a windmill without any sails. I don't know what that is. Okay, well, thank you. Oh, well, that was cool. That's the guy, the world's biggest engine fanatic, showing us all of his crashed fighter-war planes and things they found in the sea. And oh, they've got so much cool stuff in there. Planes, engines, gearboxes, turbos. What a cool old chap he was. Really nice. Well, I didn't expect that.
That was incredible.
That was so cool.
What a great old boy.
Yeah.
80 years old.
He's certainly fanatical about his engines, wasn't he?
Sorry, mate.
He's certainly fanatical about his engines.
Yeah.
What a cool place.
Yeah.
I think Brian would have liked that place.
He absolutely would have.
So we've come a bit further. We're going down this kind of pretty slow road. The speed limits here are so slow. Oh, the roads are so nice as well. We're going to be quite late because we spent a lot of time looking at that guy and his engines and his aircraft, and that was so cool. What a great place that was. Unbelievable what you find in the middle of nowhere. Swedish drivers seem to religiously stick to the speed limit. So we're just coming to this place that I thought looked interesting on the map and Google Earth. I think it's like a castle or something, stately home, some chateau, something like that. Can't remember exactly. It's down here somewhere. So we're still sort of tracking up the coast. Again, as you can see, it's still windy, fighting this wind all day. But it's very picturesque here. So yeah, we're just coming up to this thing. I can't remember what it is. Okay, so I think this thing is a castle based on the signs and what I can see from the sat nav. Everything in Sweden is so big. Space, the sky, the sea, everything. It's weird. No idea what we're going to find here. Some gravel. Oh yeah, there it is. Look at that. Oh, I wonder if we can go a bit further. So we went to see our little castle. It was quite cool. It was all shut up though, so we couldn't. We had to walk up there. We got a few funny looks. We're back on the motorway. We've got 11 miles to go to Gothenburg. Yeah, it's good. There's a nice Ferrari in front of us here. It's been very quick there. Let's have a look at that. Nice. So this is us just coming into Gothenburg city. Oh, look at that. It's an amusement fair or whatever it is. Roller coasters. Oh, cool. Well, there doesn't seem to be much traffic around. I think probably missed any rush hour type traffic that Gothenburg has to offer. See that big fun fair back there?
Yeah. You want to go, don't you?
Yeah. Sweden seems to be pretty good for navigation.
Yeah.
It's not like bloody Holland, is it?
No.
It all kind of makes sense. What is that? Is that like a big football stadium or something?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So right here where that car went.
Down here.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go on a boat ride, don't you? So, it's raining, as you can probably tell. So this is day 5 of our Norway trip, and we kind of got over the dramas of the last few days. Not got over the fact that Brian's not here anymore, because that's shit, and it's kind of spoiled everyone's holiday, not just his. But me and Geoff are just picking ourselves up and carrying on as a pair. So today we left Gothenburg this morning at 9:30. No fussing around at all, which was pretty amazing by either of us. But it was raining quite hard when we left, which is a bit miserable. And then basically we left there. We headed sort of across. I'll show you on the map in a second. Hang on. Safe. So we headed up across slightly to this place up here called Arnold or something like that. Saffel there. Up this kind of forest road. is really nice, but just crap speed limits everywhere in Sweden. The speed limit is so restricted, you just can't do anything. And then we're headed over this road over here, and we're about here at the moment, which is almost at the Norwegian border. And then we're going to Oslo, so we've got these roads have been really good, but again, they don't seem to have any cameras on them. But the official speed limit is pretty low. But we've made a bit of progress. We just stopped for a cup of tea and a hot dog, and now we're back on the road, and we've got 82 miles to go. Obviously, we've got to cross over the border, which means faffing around with passports and taking your helmet off and stuff like that, probably. But I'm hoping we're just going to do this last one now in one hit, and then get there not too late, and hopefully we can have a look. Where we're staying is just kind of up from the old Winter Olympic Park in Oslo. Hopefully we can spend a bit of time looking around that, and maybe go down to the town. Let's see what happens. I think we found out so far on this trip it doesn't pay to plan anything. So, oh god, it is cold as well. 10 degrees, bloody hell. You know, I haven't got any extra layers on yet. If it gets any colder, I'm going to have to start thinking about it. Well, this looks like our last little hurrah in Sweden, I think. We're not far from the Norway border, maybe 5 miles. We've only been in Sweden for like half a day yesterday, and then a night last night. I think we both like really enjoyed it. It's been really cool. Very windy. Well, in fact, the wind today has been more of a blessing than a hindrance, because it's been blowing the water off our visors. Actually come quite useful, especially this morning when we left Gothenburg and it was pouring with rain. We haven't seen any mountains yet on this trip. We haven't seen anything that vaguely resembles a hill or a mountain or anything. We've been through the flattest countries in Europe. So hopefully when we get to Norway, we'll see a bit of that. But we're not coming back through Sweden. We're going directly back to Norway and then back to Denmark on the ferry. So we won't be coming back here on this trip. Yeah, definitely a place that I would return to with Brian next time. How far it is to the border. It's just down here somewhere. Here we go. See what happens here. Oh, it's only a little one. Thank you. Okay, that was good. No passport required. Hooray! I like Norway already. Well, that was easy.
Yeah. They obviously thought we were...
We don't have to pay any tolls or anything here, do we? Because I remember the guy in the guy from the rental place was going on about tolls.
Yeah.
But I don't...
It looked like back there car and van, but not bike.
I don't know. I don't think there is, because I checked it out before.
Yeah.
It might be if they're registered. I don't know. I mean, if they're going to send us a toll through the post, then I'll pay it. I'll be impressed if they do. We just got out of the customs thing. 85 miles to get to Oslo. It's 10 degrees. Wow. I'm going to go steady here. A, because it's wet, and B, because the Norwegians are pretty hot on speeding, apparently. So they seem to be holding people up because they're going so slow. But I don't care. I can't afford a speeding fine. But, yeah, straight away the scenery is different. Like it's very, I think what you would expect Norway to be like. Big trees and stuff, and mountains, and weird. As soon as you cross the border, it's like there's a complete change in everything.
Beautiful.
Well, it looks different straight away, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As soon as you cross the border, it's like a completely different place.
Yeah.
So weird. We'll never know if Brian's waterproof gear was actually waterproof.
No.
You'll have to hose him down when you get home. Tunnel, tunnel! Oh, I'm on the wrong bike for a tunnel. Right, so we got through the border, then it started raining again, quite heavily, and that was a bit shit. So just pottering along at 60, we've got 37 miles to go, and almost the sun is almost trying to poke its way out of the clouds. I think we haven't seen the sun all day today, and the last part of yesterday. Yeah, it's just so nice to be here in Norway. Look at the scenery, it's brilliant. So sad that we haven't got Brian with us. We're sitting at home watching the football, waiting for his bike to come back home, see what the hell is wrong with it. So we just had to turn around because I just went past this amazing site. It's like a farm field full of giant marshmallows. There we go. Look at that. That is bizarre. Obviously they're not marshmallows. Well, they might be. They look so cool. Oh, and that's what a Norwegian speed camera looks like. We kind of have absolutely no idea what any of this means, so we just have to kind of go with it. That looks like we're just coming into the outskirts of Oslo. We've got 14 miles to go. The sun's coming out, as you can see. Temperature's gone right up. It's nice. That's a nice end to the day. We're not all soaking wet. No idea what that road sign means. Don't crash into the bridge, I think is what it means. Oh, someone on a motorbike is riding in the bus lane. Okay, maybe that's allowed. I know you can do that in Ireland. We're getting a bit further into the city. See some big cruise ships there. Something massive up on the hill there. I suspect that might be something to do with the Olympic Park, maybe. Maybe it's the ski jump or something.
Thankfully, the traffic's all going the other way.
Yeah. Oh, this reminds me of Prague.
Minus the rain.
Now which way? Oh yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, when we came out to that wall of water.
There was a wall of water.
Okay. So this is just coming down from high up above Oslo, which is down there. hotel that we stayed in, which is 6 miles up in the mountains by the old Olympic Park. The view is spectacular. It was really easy to get down to Oslo, actually. Just get a little train, regular train service up here. We've got this really steep road to come down, which is great fun to ride up. Hopefully we'll see the Olympic Park and the ski jump, which is pretty imposing. And then we've got a pretty short trip, 150 miles to Lillehammer, which is another Winter Olympic venue. I'm quite sure what these people do up here for a living. All the houses here have got grass on the roofs. It's really cool. Probably marijuana. That's why they're all so chilled out about the extortionate prices of everything. Yeah, so look at that. That's the ski jump. The size of it. I can't imagine doing that. Going down there on skis or a snowboard or anything. A tea tray, a plastic bag. That's pretty imposing. Look at that. Quite a fun little twisty road. Even a hairpin here. I think this is the first hairpin we've had on our trip yet. You normally expect it to be at the top of a mountain pass somewhere. We started a sort of regime of packing all the stuff away, and before we had breakfast, going down to breakfast in our bike gear and squeaky boots and just annoying people. Both got really bad squeaky boots, but at different frequencies. It's embarrassing. And why has Geoff gone left there? Okay, so we're just trying to make our way out of the outskirts of Oslo. We haven't had to go in the centre. Going through this cool tunnel. Whoa! And we're out again. Oh, that's really weird when you come out. It really hurts your eyes. Got some more tunnel action. We're out of the city now. In a nice cool tunnel. I don't know what happens if you break down in this tunnel. There's nowhere to go. Nice bit of roadkill into another tunnel. There's quite a few of these big tunnels, some quite famous ones in Norway. They're either very long or they have like a roundabout underneath them, inside them. We're going to go through those on the way on the north part of Norway up towards Bergen. We're out of the tunnels in the town. Look at the scenery now. It's starting to get very scenic and Norwegian. More tunnel action. Nessie Hole. That's a good name for a place. I'm still trying to get past this bat lorry. I've been following it for miles. This is another problem with Norway. A bit like the Holland situation where you get stuck behind something because it's a single track road with a concrete wall down the middle. You can't really overtake anything, and even if you could, you couldn't do more than 37 miles per hour here. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating. I think it's going to be a different kind of a holiday. It's not going to be like a holiday in Spain, France, Germany, Austria, where you're hacking it around the roads, really riding hard. It's just like pottering around all the time. So we're a bit further on down the road, left the towns. We're still battling with this issue of speed limits. I mean, this road, we're running up the side of this big lake. Really nice. It's a bit like the road up Loch Ness, actually. And I mean, even now, this is the sort of de-restricted bit where it's 80 k's, which is 50 miles an hour, which is so slow for this kind of road. And then when you get a little twisty bit, it goes down to 43, which is 60, or 37 even. Sorry. So yeah, I mean it's just stupid. I don't understand it. But it does look, it's very reminiscent of Scotland or Ireland. Yeah. And look at this road, it's beautiful. There's no cracks, there's no potholes, the surface is good, the visibility is good. And then every time you come up to like a little junction or a bend or something, like here, it goes back down to 60 k's. If you like riding slowly, it's great, I suppose. But the whole point of a biking holiday, from our perspective, is to be able to hack around a little bit, push your bike a little bit, and break a few speed limits without getting into trouble. Uh, yeah, and so this is not going to be like that. So here we go, like end of the 60, going up to 55-ish. Just feel quite fast. Maybe that's a good thing, I don't know. Kind of looks a bit like a racetrack actually, this road. That makes it even more frustrating. I think we're going to follow this road for miles now up here, up the side of this lake. Just buggered off into the distance. He has more of a problem with the speed limits than I do. At least you can't do a lot more than 50 on some of these bends, so it does feel like, wow, what a view, look at that. It does feel like we're pushing it a little bit, but yeah, not really. It is fun though, compared to what we've been used to just sitting on a big sort of single carriageway road behind a truck. This is a lot of fun. Or you can get past this thing. This reminds me a little bit of some of the Ring of Kerry Road in Ireland that we did last year. That was similar to this, quite narrow, twisty, really fun to ride. Not much room for error though. You've got very big rocks on one side and a barrier on the other. Yeah, I thought there was a speed camera. I'm getting a bit paranoid. It's somebody's bloody post box. What a dickhead. Me, I mean, not him. Okay, so finished doing that awesome road. It started raining a little bit at the end, which slowed us down a little bit, but it didn't seem to matter much. It's pretty grippy anyway. And then we came out into this little town called Docker, I think it was called. Docker? I don't know. And so we had a coffee and a drink there. And now we're back on the main road, heading to Lilyhammer. We've got 52 miles to go. We can't actually pick up our keys till 3:30 to the house. We're staying in like an apartment today, not a hotel for a change. 3 rooms, one for Brian. We'll have to make it into a shrine. The sun's coming out though. It seems to be like that here. 1 minute it's raining, and it looks like it's setting for the day. And the sun comes out, and it looks like that's setting for the day. And so on through the day. There's some weird things at petrol stations here. Giant mice with hats on, giant Mario. I don't know if you can see here, we're doing a bit of overtaking, but the centre line, here, is like, it's like a crinkle cut chip. You probably can't see it that well. Like those yellow lines are like crinkle cut chips. But when you ride over it, it's really bad. I don't know if it's to discourage people from overtaking, but it's horrible. Why do they do that? So we found another lakeside road to take us into Lillehammer, 28 miles. I'm hoping it's going to be like the last one. We've still got this problem with the crinkle cut chips in the middle of it. That is so idiotic. I don't know why they would do that. When you try and overtake someone on a bike to cross that stuff, it's horrible. And in the wet, it's full of water as well. Who thought that was a good idea? So just got some more quality scenery. So weather update, the sun has come out and the roads are dry, but there's lots of other black clouds knocking around, so I don't think it's going to last. And we're into the, oh yeah, we've got 7 miles to get to Lillehammer, so getting pretty close. We're not very high up. I thought Lillehammer was going to be high up, because it's a ski resort kind of thing. There's a great big bridge up there. I wonder if we'll be riding over it. Bit of a theme for this holiday, riding over big bridges. So yeah, cool, we are going over this bridge. Got a nice bit of horrible road surface to finish off with. I believe we've actually made it somewhere before 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's first.
We're on the road again after a night in Lillehammer. That was quite interesting. We stayed in a 3-bedroom apartment. Obviously, we made a little shrine for Brian in the 3rd little bedroom. So, yeah, it was good. We got there early. We chilled out a bit. We had a walk down to the town, which was pretty dead. Like most time we go anywhere, all the towns seem to be dead for some reason. Anyway, we found a Chinese, what's it called? Dinner 68, I think it was called. Lovely Chinese people. Had a massive meal. Geoff always insists on ordering too much stuff, but it was just about right. We had a great dinner, a nice pudding. Our breakfast was a bit delayed. They were supposed to bring it at 8 o'clock. There was a bit of a misunderstanding, so it turned up at 9. They brought 3 breakfasts, even though we only paid for 2, which was nice. And I even included like a few rolls, which I've got in the pannier, which we're going to have for lunch, so that's going to save us a bit of cash. Yeah, we're just leaving. But we've got the same kind of weather. It's just 1 minute it's blue sky, 1 minute it's not. So we're all covered up just in case we get hit by rain. It seems to come pretty quickly here. You know, 1 minute it looks really sunny and it's setting for the rest of the day, and the next minute it's pissing down with rain. So we're all rain covered up. 186 miles to go. I'm hoping the road's going to be nice, because we're currently on this little bit of red road here next to this lake, which you can see is very picturesque. And the next bit of road is a green blobby one, which actually on this map it means it's like a scenic route, like the ones on the Michelin map that are green. It's pretty cool. Which is at 13.5. It's been colder, it's been warmer. I'm nice and toasty though. Still haven't got any liners in. I think Geoff's got like 10 layers on in his heated clothing, because he seems to feel the cold. We didn't sleep very well last night because it doesn't ever seem to go dark here, and for some reason the blinds on the windows just let all of the light through, so it's just like trying to sleep in the middle of the day. The bed was so comfortable. It's the most comfortable bed I've ever been in, I think, but sleeping when it's light is a bit of a problem for me. So we're on the road, and yeah, we're just going to hopefully find a bit more twisties today, like yesterday, and we're going up to Trondheim. And it's pretty much the most kind of northern point of the trip. Once we go to Trondheim, we have a little excursion tomorrow morning to Hell, this place called Hell. And then we just backtrack, go past Trondheim, and then we're doing the Atlantic Road, North Atlantic Coast Road. It's quite famous tomorrow. And we stay in this little wooden hut on the sea. I did say I was going to swim in the sea, but I seriously think that's not going to happen. So we're getting used to this ridiculous 50-mile-an-hour speed limit everywhere, and you kind of need to stick to that speed, or roughly, because you just don't know when there's a speed camera. Oh, look at that house up there. How the hell do you get up there? Maybe there's a road somewhere. I wouldn't like to cut that grass, that's for sure. It's quite windy today. I thought it was only Sweden that was ridiculously windy. Oh, it's windy and it's coming from the opposite direction to Sweden. It's coming from the right-hand side today. I'll give our right-hand side muscles a bit of a workout. See, the cows can cope with a bit of a slope. That's good. Half of them are standing up and half of them are lying down, so that means it's going to rain and it's not going to rain. But that's an interesting little island, desert island. Actually, it does look like a desert island in the middle of the Indian Ocean somewhere, but it's like in the middle of a main road. Cool. Okay, so we're a bit further on now. Come off the motorway. We've just come off the road. We've gone up into this. You can see how high it is up here. It's climbed like hundreds of meters in not very much distance. It's actually getting cold up here, but it looks like it's going to be another one of those spectacular roads like we had yesterday. The road looks very similar to the one we were on yesterday, but instead of being next to on the map it's a green spotty road. Instead of being next to a lake, it's sort of up in the forests. Tiny little town, village, well no, not even that, hamlet, I think you call it here. A house and a wooden church and a little, oh, what a cool little graveyard. I don't know what that is. It might be like the local shop. These little huts here, I think these are like camping places. I don't think people like live here all the time. Wow, this place is amazing. I wouldn't want to jump in there. I bet it's bloody cold. Look at these little camping huts. Oh, and it's windy. Wow, look at that. This is the first time in Norway that we've seen that spectacular view. Oh my god. It's like being in the Alps or something. This is what I expected Norway, all of Norway to look like, but it hasn't so far. Wow. Oh god, it's slightly more spectacular than it is cold.
Not a bad view.
No.
Still bloody cold though, it's down to 6 degrees now.
Yeah, tell me about it. What a weird place. Like in the middle of nowhere on top of a moor or whatever you call it. 900 metres up. This little camping community with huts with grass on the roof. It looks like we're going up again. Ribbon of tarmac up this mountain. Oh, it's so much more fun than what we were doing this morning on that boring road. Look at it. Look at this. It's crazy. I'm pretty sure there's no speed cameras here. 907, 908, 909. Ka-ching! 1,000 meters. This is 7 degrees. Now this is a landscape that I've never really seen anything like before. I mean, Scotland maybe a little bit, Ireland, not as dramatic as this. Talk about remote. It doesn't get much more remote than this. God, we're still going up, man. 1,025 meters. Where is this all going to end? Look at that funky mountain in the distance, just touching the cloud. It looks so cool. I can't believe there's people there who are actually going to swim in there. That can't be right. Look at that. There's people getting changed there. I can't believe they're going to be swimming. Oh, they must be well hard. Well, we're still going up. I mean, where are we going to be? In the clouds in a minute. Oh, look at this road. It's mental. Oh, there's a motorbike. Okay, now the fun part. We're going to come down now. Ugh, God, that was a bit of a horrible place to put a cattle grid. Oh, Geoff, get a move on. Looks like we're rejoining the main road here. Okay, so, oh God, we were getting so cold just before we stopped there. My fingers were numb. It was getting a bit desperate, so we stopped at this place, a supermarket basically, and thought we were trying to see if we can get a drink, hot drink in there. We got, for some reason they had free tea and free coffee, and the bloke in there like made me some hot water and I had a tea bag. Oh, it was so great. It really sorted us out, warmed us up. So we're back on the road again. I had almost lost the rain cover from my tank bag. I loosened it off to get my camera out, and it's so windy here. And I came back and it was gone, and I thought, oh shit, that's it, my rain cover's gone. And that's basically keeping all of my important stuff dry. My maps, my documents, my passport, and everything is in that tank bag. That's what's keeping it out of the rain. And I thought, there's no way I'm going to find this. It's probably 3 miles down the road. But I had a little look in the field, and it was just sitting there in the grass. Fortunately, because it's black, I could see it where it is. So yeah, that was a stupid thing. I shouldn't have done that. I didn't realise the wind was going to lift it up and take it away. So that would have been a disaster if I'd lost that. So grateful that I've got it back. So we're coming down this valley, as you can see, and as you can probably hear, it's super windy and it's blown us all over the place. It's actually getting quite difficult to control the bike in some places. I'm following this truck, but he's going faster than us. So we're just having a break, a warm-up stop in this petrol station with an amazing array of bulbs. They've even got H11. What I need to fix my light. We good? Get back in the rain then. Yeah. Right, you ready for the cold? It's still raining. Yes, it is. Alright, we've only got one more hit now to get to get to Trondheim. Be able to do it in one hit. Hopefully. Oh, I don't want to stop again. Okay, so we had another little stop. We ate our lunch that was given to us as part of our breakfast by the hotel. We had 2 cups of hot chocolate each. I couldn't be bothered to get my liner out of my bottom of my pannier, so I'm just going to start getting cold again. We've only got 67 miles to go. We're on this main road, which is like 50 miles an hour, so I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be too bad. The rain's got a bit heavier now, as you can see. There's quite a lot of water on the road and spray and that. Looks like it might be setting for the day. We've got a garage parking tonight, which is great because it means I can change my light bulb in the dry and the bikes won't get wet or shitted up or Probably won't have to put any locks or anything on them, which is good. The Crow-Buttic Motel Lula with grass on the roof. Look at that. Where else could you see that? Something called that and something that looks like that. And so we're a bit further on in the rain. We're going over this narrow little bridge. Oh Christ, it's a long way down there. I don't want to fall off there. Bloody hell. We've lost the sort of huge mountain scenery that we had earlier. Still very pretty though, like forest here. Hills and stuff. I think it's going to get a bit more spectacular now the further north we go, as a rule. I'm just thinking about a hot shower, a beer, a burger with cheese. Just found this interesting game where if you sort of swerve around the road ever so slightly like this, and you look in the mirror, your tyre tracks make a fully crisscross pattern, and it's really cool. Had a text from Brian earlier on. He said he was chatting to somebody from some motorcycle recovery company, and they said it's always Aprilia, Ducati, and Motor Guzzis that get recovered, and never Hondas. Oh hey, we've got a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit coming up. So, as you can see, there's 57 kilometres to Trondheim. We're still just tracking down this road. It's still raining. It's still pissing, freezing. I think it's getting a bit warmer, relatively speaking. We've lost all that. We were up at 900 metres. We're now at 126, so we've dropped down quite a bit. The sun did look like it was going to make an appearance, actually, but it just disappeared again. And it looks like, we're setting for this now for the rest of the day. We've got 35 miles to go. Very nice here, it's very scenic. It would be lovely if we were coming down here in the sun. Baking hot sun. They seem to have resurrected the crinkle cut chip centre line here again, as you can see. Highly dangerous for motorcyclists, but that doesn't seem to matter. Okay, so we're a few more freezing cold miles on. We've got 16 miles to go. It seems to be a little bit clearer down here. The road's pretty dry, the sky's pretty clear. So maybe we're going to get a nice dry, sunny end to the day. We've had that quite a lot on this trip. Rain all day and then quite a nice finish.
Well, at least it stopped raining, Ian.
Well, has it stopped completely? I'm not really sure.
And it's up to 9 degrees. Paradise. It hasn't stopped raining.
I think it's just spitting still.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, had that like someone just walked over my grave,
No.
I think it's just cold.
Yeah.
Just because all my extremities are frozen. Oh look, that's a really famous place there with all those houses on stilts.
Yeah.
I think Brian would like it here.
I think Brian would love it here.
Yeah.
Yes, he would. Go out.